Hello everybody, BrioS here. So, it finally happened. Starting April 28th, for a 4-week test period, PGI has merged the solo and group queue into a single queue. This means you can drop in groups of up to 4 into the queue and play with solo players. And of course, this is a very controversial proposal, and after a 4-week period, we'll see what PGI does. But honestly, in my opinion, this could either make the game or break it, because the positive things are that you can drop together with your friends in groups, which is what lots of people always wanted, and get games quickly. Because to be honest, group queue has been pretty much dead the past few years. So anyway, I got a few games in the early period of this merger, and I thought I'll present this to you together with some of my thoughts. And of course, let me just present my stance on this in the first place. Currently, right now, but of course this might change, but right now I am not for the merger. I'm actually for a group queue of 8v8 with solo opt-in and a solo queue separate. That will allow players to choose between dropping in solo queue or just dropping in groups, because balance is the biggest issue. So before we start, let's look at the objectives of this merger as stated by Paul on the forums, as you could see here. So what were they expecting? They were expecting people to drop in groups of 4 and yep, being able to drop with a smaller group of friends. And that is true, because previously in the group queue, you just couldn't drop in groups, especially small groups. It was just virtually impossible. So lots of people quit, because many of us signed on to this game because we want to play max with our buddies. Sync dropping is fun, but that can only be so much fun. Secondly, they wanted matches to kick off drastically faster than before, because group queue being dead, it could take forever to find a drop. So after playing for a few hours in the early stages, I must say these two are pretty darn true, because I was able to form a 4-man, we had fun just chit-chatting and dropping together, and drops are pretty darn fast. So far so good. But yet again, early stages, it's only been the first day or so, or if less than a day of the initial merger. And thirdly, they want matches to be more competitive, and I can honestly say no, not right now. Like I said, I played about 10 matches or so, but I think I only lost one because we had a quality group on the other side, Sudo's team. But other than that, it was not really competitive. Coordination was fun, but I got a feeling that this will be a real big issue. And we come to everybody's biggest concern, the concern of balance. After a few hours of gameplay, I must say that balance issues are pretty darn obvious, but on a positive note, if PGI can fix these balance issues, I must say they have a possible winner in this merger, because honestly, everybody seemed to be having so much fun, whether they were dropping in groups or solo players, and the general tone of the game was different in a positive way. Everybody seemed to be enjoying themselves a lot more, and the vibes were just so nice. There was even less NASCAR, surprisingly. So it was a different thing in a nice way. And everybody I talked to seemed to be giving feedback that this was a good thing. Anyway, so let's talk about the issues. As you can see, I listed out 3 issues. My biggest concern is issue number 2, cadet versus top tier groups. I was watching a stream of top tier competitive players dropping as a group, and there were a few times they dropped against cadets. On the other side, cadet groups, that made no sense. It just seems to imply that matchmaker is pretty dead, and that definitely needs to be fixed. In no way should a group of low tier players drop against top tier players. Next, how about number 3, solo pugs and PSR? In the few hours I've played, I seem to be having some solo players with very low ability in the team, and that didn't make sense. But then again, with PSR, it's just an XP bar, so it is entirely possible. I gotta play more games and see how it goes. And finally, point number 1, how about mixed ability groups? If matchmaker really works, I would like to think they will matchmake the average ability of one team with the average ability of the other team, or something like that. They actually look at the tiers at least of the team. But how about a team of different abilities? For example, you might have a team with some good and some beginner players. How will they be match made? So whatever it is, balance issues are not easy to fix, but I hope PGI really spends a lot of effort and listens to the community feedback. So with that being said, I do encourage everybody to hop into the game, play during these 4 weeks, and give PGI as much data as possible. No point criticizing it if you don't give it a chance. So anyway, I'll leave you with some gameplay from the first few hours of the merger, and I hope you enjoy yourself. So sit back, watch some team action in the merged queue. Echo now.
They're pushing Delta 6.
Yeah, our team is NASCARing. Watch map, watch the NASCAR.
Base is being captured.
I'll push through then.
Acquired.
Can I get a more tanky mech to do this? Oh, here they come.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Falling back. Aye, it's a big firing line. Okay, I'm putting Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
shoot.
I'll take front line.
Base 25% captured.
Thank you, I'm actually overheating.
Is being captured.
Somebody else take turns. Thank you, Mauler. I'll be on your left. Call targets.
Here if I can get in the front line.
Pop in UAV.
Don't walk in front of
Next
an
up,
island, please.
Echo.
Base is being captured. Target destroyed.
Watch the left, somebody turn around. I'll do it. Lots of targets on the left.
I got it.
Covering Echo 6 low.
Light intermit.
Shadowcat India. Ah, taking lots of fire from
Pop
the
in
top.
second UAV.
Got him.
Oh, I'm in trouble. Shits. Watch that corner.
Fall back, I got you.
Yep.
Back up. I'll push up. I'm still relatively clean.
Strong but squishy. Blood ass. Push through 6-1 guys. Don't stop. It's too narrow here.
At 25%.
Alright, I'm critted in front. Can't take front line anymore.
We got a light.
Thank you, I'm
in
linked.
E7 right above us.
Acquired.
Yeah.
Target acquired.
Alright, they're gonna push me from the rear. Here they
We lost
come.
half our base.
Beta.
As you could see, there was no NASCAR. It was just a great coordinated push through that gap with good armor sharing, with
couple light mechs
Demoler
that
and me
crashed with
just
Captain
alternating
Base,
to
that'd be
share armor. Nah, it's okay, we got this. See? Easy peasy. So with the 11 of us chasing one last light mech, let's just fast forward this section. And this was a really fun game actually. No NASCAR, good comms, sharing armor of Demoler, taking turns, and by the way, that's how you share armor. Use comms, take turns to use your armor, and then push for the win. So anyway, let's get down to the killing of the last mech, a Locust.
Pop
The
there.
Echo 7 low. Echo 7 low.
Oh, please run to me. There's no way in God's name I'm gonna catch him.
Yep,
Nice.
somebody did. Good work, that was fun.
Right to
So like I said, this seems to be a different game, different dynamics. Good armor sharing, no NASCAR, good comms, and as you could hear, everybody seemed to be having fun. And 900 damage in this Blood S also shows that teams might not be so balanced at all. Alright, remember the general rule for Polar is, don't peek, walk around the corners, let them peek.
You had more lessons than that in your video, BrioS.
Yeah, you remember that, you've seen it. It
Yeah,
works.
I did. I did.
It's quite funny to see one person at a time peeking and dying.
No, stay away from the hills. Work the
Yep,
corners.
no heals, yes. And with their general briefing to the team about how to play on Polar Highlands, let's get down to some mech smashing action. But let's fast forward this part first. And by the way, if you have not seen my video on how to play Polar, the link is in the description below. And that makes it a lot more fun and entirely playable. And you'll see those tactics in this match because obviously some of them on this team has seen that video and they have internalized the lessons taught.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Target
alarm.
acquired.
So,
New
yeah,
target
give Bravo.
acquired.
Drop them to your pillory strike.
Is that something close, G9?
Yep,
Raven,
leave us a lure
look on
boat.
your left.
They are doing a Juliet line push.
Ryan, thermal.
I'm falling back. They're coming my way.
Target acquired. New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Here comes somebody. Medcat. Mark 2.
Target acquired. New target acquired.
Alright, call targets.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Bravo, Madcat.
Let them come, let them come.
Strike online.
Keep dropping strikes on the hits.
New target acquired.
Bravo. First customer. Foxtrot right torso.
New target acquired.
Charlie, please, left torso.
Artillery strike on
Charlie's hurt bad.
new target acquired. Artillery strike online. New target
Rotate
acquired.
slowly to the left.
Charlie, center torso.
Target destroyed.
Not anymore.
Good kill.
Acquired.
Hey guys, be patient.
They are rotating, so let's rotate left.
Corsair alone.
Acquired.
Foxtrot in the open. Lerms Foxtrot, please.
Warning incoming. New target.
King Crab. Don't run, fight, Alpha. Don't want to die alone here.
Ultra cannon ammo at 25%.
Counter push, please. We are 3-0.
New target acquired. Target destroyed. New target acquired. New target acquired. Critical.
Push, I'm running out of ammo. Foxtrot.
Target destroyed.
Bravo. Push for the win, guys. 7-2. Be aggressive. Let the Indy 8 people fight. No, Draven.
Target destroyed. New target
Hotel.
acquired. Target destroyed.
Not anymore. Okay.
India 8.
Wow, that was fun. That worked.
Get closer. Nice car.
New target.
Get
Well, like I said, that's how it's done.
Yeah,
Very playable,
good
very
position,
winnable.
hold it.
Hug.
Target destroyed.
Alright, that was my last shot. Enjoy the Wolverine.
What were you running, BrioS?
5 UX, 5 Blood Asp.
Ah, okay.
That's the winning salvo. One more salvo.
Target
Yeah,
destroyed.
good one, back shot. Thanks for the win, team.
Thanks, everybody.
So yet again, another match where everybody enjoyed themselves on this team. Not only my 4-man, but also the remaining solo droppers. But talking about showcasing, these 2 matches also showcase the power of comms and coordination. And with a 4-man already in the team, that makes it a lot easier for the remaining 8 to sync up their tactics. And it does help that I was able to rock this match with my wonderful Blood Asp, 1127 damage, 3 kills, and a wonderful match score of 729. As you can see, there is a team on the other side, but not sure of their quality. We'll see how balance issues are like in the future.